Now, you've seen me do fresh wort kits in the past, and I think they're probably the best way of going about it if you don't want to do any work. Very lazy work, great results. Now, we've got something today from KegLand. They have supplied me with a couple of kits. They are their new regenerated fresh wort kits, and I'm doing a Krush-In-It XPA. This one is a huge kit. It's 15 litres of wort, however you want to say it, and a ton of hops. If you're interested in fresh wort kits, stick around. Alright, so what I'm going to do is ferment this in this little bloke. This is full of sanitizer at the moment, so we'll empty that out, fill it up to about 5 litres of water, fresh water from my tap. I actually have a charcoal filter on my system, and it cleans the water pretty good. It takes most of the chlorine and chloramine out, which leaves me with great results at the end of fermentation. Now, I will be dry hopping this in a different way. Before, as you've seen, I've dry hopped it and got it all clogged up. This time I got myself a pickup tube with a filter on the end, so when the hops go in, they will scatter around and they won't clog this whole thing up and stop me getting my transfer done. The tube isn't cut properly yet. It will be though. It's getting there. I do need to clean it and get it ready. I did buy 2 others, and therefore the other 2 fermenters I've got, because I'm going to do more dry hopping than ever before, and I don't want to use the hop socks anymore. I want to try doing free floating hops. It seems to be better, maybe, I don't know. We'll find out. So when they send you the kit, they will send you base fresh wort. This one here is Co-Conspirators Fresh 3 XPA Fresh Wort Kit. It's a KL 45605, and I have both. By the way, I'm going to do 2 of these in the next few videos, so hopefully they'll represent each other's differences, but they're 2 of the same kits altogether. As you can see, doing something different for the angles. My video angles are going to be different. I have a camera that's facing the bench from my right hand side, and I have a camera that's facing me from a side view, so you can see the differences in what's going on and how I go about brewing. The great thing about this kit is you don't have to do anything else but add water, yeast and wait. And of course you do have to add your hops later on and do some temperature controlling, and this kit does that. And of course you can access the instruction manual from their website and download it to your computer and print it out just like I've done. I don't have a proper good computer here that will actually do the job, so I'm doing it from here. So the beer, this beer is being crafted to quench even the most parched Aussie thirsts, with a simple grain build to ensure ultimate crush ability, but then backed up with some awesome flavours and aromas. In the kit there is a few really new type hops, and some of these hops are going to give you some real weird and enhanced flavours. So what we have is, of course, your fresh wort kit, which I'll show you soon, your Cellar Science Hazy New England Ale yeast. I've already tried this once and it is really good. Really like it. Gonna keep trying it though. So yeah, premium beer yeast is a hazy. You got 3 KL 43595 crush pellets hop. So that's these things. 4-3. We've got 3 of those. That's crush. And you also get 2 Nectron. All these kits are 25 grams each, and we're putting all these hops in the beer during fermentation. Next thing I have to do is empty the sanitizer out of my fermenter and then add in 5 litres of just fresh cold water. Now I'm using the Firmzilla All-Rounder. That's this bloke here. Really good little fermenter, really enjoy it. I'll now fill it up with a filler meter to 5 litres, and the filmator actually has graduations on it to tell me how far, so I can actually set it to 5 litres and it will fill it up to perfectly 5 litres. And I tell you what, I've tested it and measured it and it's perfect. It's right on. By putting 5 litres of water in it, I just preset it, so now when I pour the wort in, which is 15 litres, it brings me to 20 litres, so I've got a nice measurement of fermentables in the brew. So what I'll do now is I'll unpack the brew. These are all initially easy stuff. This is a basic way of doing it, and then we'll make 2 slabs, at least 2 slabs of beer. That's great. That is bloody brilliant. You know what the slab of IPA would be worth, or hazy IPAs would be worth. It's costs a fortune, and you're going to get it for $65 and a little bit of patience. That's all you have to have. So I'll just grab this box out. This one's got a damaged box, unfortunately, but you can see in here the Wort. Look, there's two ways of saying Wort. Now check out a couple of videos out there. You can either say Wort, you can say Wort. Wort is the way it's spelt. That's kind of how I do it. A lot of words I say it the way it's spelt. This box is null and void. Oh, and there it is. If you haven't seen my channel before, I've been brewing for nearly 7 years, and all the challenges I've done through brewing, and people like you watching this channel let me know what you think I should do to make a better brew. And all those have made my brewing experience better and better all the time. Hence the reason why I've got filtered water. I have all little bits and pieces to try and sanitize everything. I even have a pump action squirt bottle with stellar sand in it, and that's why I have that, is to keep everything clean and sanitized as I'm going. So here's our little fermenter. It's a Firmzilla all-rounder. I'm going to just pop the actual cap off this. Is this bloke? And it's a little lid. You just undo it, and I've seen these in most work kits now. There's a little pull tab. I've never seen these break, and I just hope it doesn't break again today. You can see this is all vacuum sealed, so I'm trying to look at that. All the Wort's up top. Can you get it to go down? No. I suppose once I open the cap, the air will go in, and it will go down. There we go. Oh, smells like fresh Wort. And we just pour it in like this. Ready for a mess? And the only issue of putting the water in first is you can't rinse your bag out later with excess water. Never thought of that. Next time I will. That's it, empty. That's made null and void now. So I better read the instructions quickly to make sure there's nothing else. So fermenter, recommended equipment. It says fermenter, cleaning chemicals, which is the sanitized stellar sand, non-rinse sanitizer. I did clean all my products as well. Instant sanitizing spray, packaging, ball lock, kegs, oxbar, bottles or cans. So you need a keg or a can or bottles, PET bottles, to finish your age of beer, so you can make it portable basically. Clean and sanitize all your brewing equipment. Add your fresh Wort kit and water to fermenter, which I've just done. To pour entire contents of room temperature Wort into your fermenter, top up with clean, preferable pre-boiled and chilled potable water. See below. Just says see below and says 5 litres makes 20 litres. Pitch the yeast. Where's the yeast? Got the hazy. Now with the yeast, I normally give it a quick spray with sanitizer around the edge, because as with hops and everything else, the packaging has been touched by people and it can become a little bit contaminated. I'm also squirted the scissors just to make sure. Now I'm using scissors. I'm going to open that. If you haven't seen yeast pellets before, here it is. That's what it looks like. So it's just a little balls of yeast in there. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to throw the yeast in just like this. Oh, I dropped the packet in there. Bugger! All right, we're going to be 1/2 gram of yeast less. What are you going to do? Now, of course, KegLand's also gave me this lid. It holds down everything. It's really quite an innovative product. It actually works. It does the job itself. I attach it to a hop bong valve, which I'm going to inject my hops into here later on. But I do need to attach my new filtered floating ball pickup tube. And look, they're only $7.99 on their website, so I'll leave a link below for that. It looks really cool. It's not overly expensive, and I hope for the sake of my sanity that it works. This is what I like about this pressure spray bottle. You can just put the tube on, press a button, and it'll actually inject sanitizer right through the center of it really cleanly. Nice. Now, giving it a clean, I'll just give it a quick wipe. Just like that. Just in case there's anything on it that I don't want on there. Do it both ways. And I'll give it another sanitizer once I actually cut it to the right length. The idea, I suppose, is that it will float and pick up the juice or fluid about that high. The idea of this, it'll float underneath your wort line. Weighted front will tilt it downward and keep this under and filter out any hops that might try and go through your pickup tube when you try to serve it. It should work a lot better than what I've used in the past. Right, pickup tube is attached. That should go to the, well, will float around and it'll be on top, but that will now go into my fermenter. Just like that. Right on top of the yeast and everything. I'll twist this guy here, lock it in. Doesn't have to be super tight, just firm. And then lock that valve, which now means that everything in here is sealed. So there's our kit, all ready to go. I'm going to shake it to aerate it. Of course, that mixes the yeast around too. So it doesn't leak, of course, just notice that. This step is the most important to get great tasting finished beer. Half fill your airlock or blow off jar with no rinse sanitizer at the correct. Look, if you're fermenting with a bubbler, a airlock, this is how you do it. Low pressure. I'm doing high pressure or pressure fermenting, so I don't need this. I'm actually going to use a pressure regulator. It really works a treat if you want to do it under pressure. It keeps the foam down and keeps everything nice and tight. It really works a treat. Bear in mind, you need to do it at low pressure, 2 psi to 5 psi, to get rid of any of the bad smells and tastes from the initial starting of the fermentation, and then you can increase the pressure after that. Now I'm going to set up my hot bong on this bloke. It sits on here like that. All I need to do is quickly give this a bit of a sanitize. Alright, I've got my hot bong ready. It's a weird looking contraption, I know, but I want to read the instructions and make sure that I don't just have to throw it all in there, getting it ready. With temperature control. Okay, use the schedule below to target temperature throughout. So in here we have to target our temperatures and make it up and bring it up and down. I'm going to leave this in the house with a belt on it and actually control the temperature. Raising the temperature at the end of fermentation is also known as diacetyl rest and is important to ensure full attenuation to allow the yeast to clean up of flavours that can be produced as a result of fermentation. The gravity is 1.50 to 1.20. It's 0 to 4 days, 19 degrees Celsius. So we'll start the temperature at 19 degrees Celsius and then we'll bring it up to 23 degrees Celsius once it reaches 1-20. Now that's what I probably should have done for the last beer I did. Might have been able to grab it back up again until final gravity stabilizes at 23 degrees Celsius. Recommended wrapped without temperature control. Try to maintain a fermentation within the yeast. Ideal minimum temperature is 18 degrees, maximum temperature 23 degrees. Now for best results you need to ferment at that temperature range and use step temperature fermentation. Dry hopping. Okay, so feel free to experiment with dry hopping. Different times and temperatures will give different results. For best results in this recipe we recommend adding dry hops according to the schedule below. Crush, 75 grams, 48 hours. Superdelic, 50 grams, 48 hours. Nectron, 50 grams, 48 hours. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. That's about where I like to do it. Contact temperature, 14 degrees. So it'll be about 17 degrees at max. The amount of hops added during the dry hop. So it looks like we put all the hops in the hop bong. And we just wait, basically wait until it's 48 hours. I have our hop bong here ready to go. All set up on our little injector mold thing. Everything's all there ready to go, handle engaged to be off until we are ready to hop everything, or dry hop. Look at that, how cool is it? And the smell is just phenomenal. I do love the smell of hops. That's our beer. So I'm going to quickly grab a sample. I have a quickie here. It's a product that works really well for grabbing samples. And I'm going to quickly inject it into my gravity reader and see how much gravity we start with. I shall sanitize this first. If you guys haven't brewed before, sanitizer is the utmost importance. Everything has to be sanitized at 20 degrees. If you've got something at 65 degrees and above, you probably have a lot of a less chance of actually contaminating your brew. If you have it below 60 degrees, you definitely can contaminate it and have foreign yeast in there or foreign products in there. You don't want it because you want to have it right. You want to have the taste you're looking for. Now it's under pressure, so it's going to quickly fill up. Okay, there it is. It's cloudy already. It hasn't started fermenting, of course, but we can check the gravity now. It should read, I think, around 1.050. So this is going to be the starting gravity. I'm going to just wait till it settles down, all the bubbles disappear, and then I'll find out what the reading is and give you a reading. So what I'll do from now is I'll take it into my house. I'll put a little heat belt on it. I'll leave it inside the house fermenting, and the heat belt will keep it at 19 degrees all the time. It won't go above it because I found our house down low is around about 17 degrees all the time, as you know in my last video. So I'm pretty sure it'll stay at 19 degrees for the first 4 days, as they say, and then we'll go working on it from there. Now I've only taken about 100 ml of beer. It's not much, don't worry. This is just going to tell me the initial starting gravity and how much sugar's in it. Then I'll take another sample when it's finished fermenting, and that will tell me how much alcohol is in the actual beer itself, and it'll also tell me if it's finished fermenting. All right then, we'll see you in about 4 or 5 days maybe. We'll see how we go. Cheers. Alright, the time has come. 4 days it took to cold crash it. Well, actually it didn't. I just mucked around and I was working and I had no time to get to it. It just happens that way. Life takes over, doesn't it? We cold crashed it till, my fridge, cold crashed it until Saturday, which is today. And I've just finished transferring it. I did the old standard transfer, closed pressure transfer, so that I tried to minimize the amount of oxygen getting in and minimize the amount of bacteria that it might get exposed to later on. So it's going to sit for a couple of weeks, and I'm hoping that it'll mellow out. I haven't actually tasted it yet. I am anticipating, so I'm salivating at the moment, I'm anticipating the flavour. Here it is. Very cloudy. It's meant to be cloudy anyway, so it's really cool. The transfer went really well. The filter and pickup tube went exceptionally well because, you know, last time I had a blockage, I couldn't do it, everything went wrong, and I got that beer still, and I want to do a tasting in front of you. It is awful. It is because of me, and it is awful. Anyway, shall we smell it? Right, pineapple. Oh, right. They say that it has a real pineapple-y sort of smell to it, and they're right. I'm getting a bit of pineapple. Again, I said it. I can smell a bit of wheat, I suppose you could call it that. Oh, nectary, like nectar. I can smell nectar. I don't know if you can smell nectar, but I can. It's citrusy, of course. It's because of the hops. It smells really good. It smells really good. It's a gorgeous looking beer, nice and cloudy. It's got a bit of carbonation in it, natural carbonation. We shall try it. Wow. For something that fermented down to 1.006 from 1.052, it's still got a bit of sweetness to it. Wow. It's got a small bitterness, but not much. No hot bitterness that I can taste. This is very palatable. What a beer. If you guys do this, do it the way they instruct on the system. I increase the temperature bit by bit, like they said in the instructions. and finished up at about 23 degrees, and then the fermentation finished and off I went. And this is where I am now. Oh, I just got a taste of mango. Oh, it's good. Too good. Wow. I don't know if there's such thing as too good. Love it. Yeah, I can't floor that. I'm not going to. It's slightly bitter, but I think it needs a little bit of aging, and that will mellow out over a couple of weeks in my fridge. I am in awe of this sort of product. I love craft beer, and I'm glad you guys come along for the journey. It's awesome. That's way too easy to drink. It's very soft on the tongue. It's very smooth, slightly bitter, but I think that's just hop bitter. That'll mellow out very soon. I've said that already. I'm really happy with that. That is a great result. I'm going to share that with my mates, and we'll do a proper tasting in the future. Guys, thank you very much for watching this channel. Look, your support by watching this and giving me the thumbs up keeps the channel going, keeps me going, and I'm hoping you're getting something out of this as much as I am, getting some great beers out of it. Now, KegLand did give this to me for free to show people what it's about. This is their fresh Wort kit series that they've got. I've got 2 of them at the moment, and they are exceptional. They're award-winning, and I can see why now. They're really, really tasty. Yeah, thank you very much for the guys down at KegLand. Guys, thank you, and we will see you in the next brew. Keep your eye out. I've got another one of these I'm doing. It's a bit more technical, and I'm about to start filming it. All right, guys, have a great one. We'll see you in the next brew. Cheers. Oh, that's good. I don't even know if I have to carbonate that. That's perfect for me. Awesome.